how to solve for this example. So you have the radial component of velocity of water leaving the centrifugal pump. Okay, so this is centrifugal pump. Sketched in this figure is 37.2 meter per second. Okay, so it was radial component of velocity, VR, okay, radial component of velocity leaving the pump, centrifugal pump. So this is VR2, 37.2 meter per second. The magnitude of the absolute velocity at the pump exit is 27.343 meter per second. Okay, so V2, there was an absolute velocity for the pump at the pump exit. Okay, so the fluid enters the pump rotor radially. Okay, so the absolute velocity at the inlet, okay, is apa? Oh, dia tak bagi. They just mention the fluid enters the pump rotor radially, and then you are required to find the shaft work, okay, required per unit mass flowing through the pump. Okay, so for this centrifugal pump, first that can help you to describe or to find the shaft, to find the power, okay, power from the shaft, ataupun if you want to find torque from the shaft is velocity triangle. So first thing first, you need to set up, you need to sketch the velocity triangle. Okay, so first uh, okay, so we sketch given we radial component of velocity. So VR2 is 37.2 meter per second, and then the magnitude of absolute velocity is V. V2 is 27.43 meter per second, and then the fluid enters the pump rotor radially. Okay, so from this okay, from this sentence, it gives you a very important information. So very important information. So the fluid enters the pump radially, mean that there are no VR1 and then also no V theta. Sorry. V theta 1 equal to 0. Okay, so mean that no tangential direction at the inlet. Mean that the fluid enter the blade radially. Okay, so V theta 1 equal to 0. Calculate the shaft work required per unit mass. Okay, so mean that WQ, W shaft, which is equal to W dot shaft divided by rho cube. Okay, so this is how to find the W shaft. Okay, this is the equation to find work per unit mass for the shaft. Okay, so first we come up with this W dot shaft. Okay, so W dot shaft equal to torque shaft multiplied with omega, and then it is also equal to torque equal to m dot rho q. Torque equal to m dot R2 V theta 2 plus R1 V theta 1. Okay. So from this equation, we already know that V theta 1 equal to 0. So mean that this is 0 because V theta 1 equal to 0. So now what we need to find is R2. So this one equal m dot equal to rho AV, rho AV ataupun rho Q, okay, rho Q R2 V theta V theta 2. Okay, and then W dot shaft from here, W dot shaft it is equal to W dot shaft per rho Q equal to equal to W shaft per unit mass. Okay, so mean that it is equal to also equal to R2 multiply with V theta 2. So now you need to find V theta 2. So this is what we need to find, V tangential at the outlet. Okay, so to find the tangential velocity, first we need to find the velocity triangle at the outlet. Okay, so at the outlet at position 2, VR2 is already given. Okay, V tangential, V radial is given, and then absolute velocity is given. So now we need to find this velocity, which is V theta 2. Okay, so V2 is VR2 plus V theta 2. So from this triangle, okay, we can find the V tangential at point 2. So how to find V tangential at point 2? Based on this triangle, velocity triangle. Okay, so kita look balik velocity triangle. V2. Let's say this is V2. V2, and then we have VR2, and then this is V tangential 2. Okay, so from the trigonometry, so V2 square equal to V theta 2 square plus VR2 square. Okay, so V theta 2 square equal to V2 square minus with VR2 square. So V theta 2 equal to square root of V2 square minus VR2 square. Okay, so absolute velocity at point 2, V2 is 27.43. Okay, so masukkan. So you akan dapat V tangential
Negatif je.
negatif. Sebab tu dia tak negatif sebab square root.
Oh, okey.
Ya, saya tengok soalan balik. Takut saya salah salin soalan. The centrifugal pump. Plus 0.7. (12.7) je. Oh, terbalik saya salah. VR tu saya salah salin soalan. 37.2 ni absolute velocity. Yang ni 37.2. Sorry. 37.2. Yang ni 27.43 meter per second.
Alright, sir.
Okay, so yang ni sepatutnya VR2 is 27.43 meter per second. V2 37.2 meter per second. So 0.2 plus 2 tolak VR2 plus 2. So dapat apa?
25.13.
25.13
meter per second.
meter per second. Okay. So kalau you perasan unit ni penting. Ada yang terdapat full mark untuk test 1 sebab salah unit ataupun tak letak unit. Betul?
Oh, ya.
Betul okay. So sekarang ni kita dah dapat V theta 2. So sekarang ni kita nak cari Q.
R2.
Okay. So R2 dah bagi ada.
Yang 1621524 dah, sir.
R2 dia dah bagi. R2 is R2 equal to 1.524 meter. Okay. So T shaft equal to m dot R2 V theta 2 minus R1 V theta 1. Saya ada tinggal ni, ada omega ni.
3000 RPM tu sir.
Untuk omega tu kena calculate. So omega tu macam mana nak calculate omega?
Bagi 60 je.
Jap.
Jadi
Omega equal to 2 pi, yang ni radian per second, kali dengan n revolution. Revolution is 3000 revolution per minute. 3000 RPM revolution per minute, and then nak dalam second. Ini 2 pi radian per revolution, and then per minute 1 minute over 60 second. Okay, so you akan dapat omega. Okay, omega unit radian per second. So dah dapat omega.
Radian per revolution macam mana tu? Radian per revolution tu macam mana tu?
Ya, 1 radian per revolution, 2 pi radian per revolution. Kelihatan kan?
Oh, okay.
Omega berapa?
Kira 2 pi dalam 50 ni je. 2 pi dalam 50 lah kan?
2 pi darab 50
314.16. 314.16
radian per second. Okay, so kita dah ada omega. Now we can find W shaft per unit mass, which is omega kali dengan R2 V theta 2 omega 314.16 kali dengan R2 tadi berapa? 1.524 V theta 2
25.13.
25.13. Okay, so apa dapat?
12K. 12.031 kilowatt kot.
12.032
kilowatt
per unit mass per unit
per second. Per mass.
Okay, so dah, this is
okay.
solved for this problem. Ada soalan lain?
Per unit mass tu datang dari mana Azhar?
Ya?
Per unit mass tu?
Ni soalan ni.
Tak, dia punya macam kita kira tu dapat dekat apa ni?
Oh, pasal faham. Sebab jap. Saya tunjuk nota dia. Ni.
Okay.
Shaft power per unit mass. Sebab kalau shaft saja in term of kilowatt ataupun kilogram per second, kilojoule per second, W dot shaft. And then kalau kita buat turun rho Q ni, F dot shaft over row Q. Sebab row Q ni sebenarnya mass flow rate kan. F dot, so that's why dia panggil power per unit mass.
Okay.
So yang you dapat ni W dot shaft divided by row Q. Okay, W dot shaft ni unit dia kilojoule per second. Ataupun kilowatt, joule per second tu watt. Row Q ni kilogram per second. Okay, so kilojoule per second dengan second per kilogram. So you akan dapat kilojoule per kilo. Jadi saya tulis apa?
Per mass. Per ME ke saya.
Mana? Tak ada. Dah hilang dah saya tulis.
Ada tepi tak ada?
Oh, okey. Ni bukan kilowatt Sorry.
Kilowatt, kilojoule lah.
Kilojoule. Kilojoule per kilogram. Yang lain? Okey tak?
Okey kot tu.